I came out to this stream today because being near water always helps me to ground myself again in myself and who I am. It's like a weird mirror, but and the sounds are really nice. I hope that the levels are all right. Lately I've been feeling a little bit lost is maybe the word, but honestly more so I think the word is frustrated. Being 26 for I guess almost half a year now, it's been an interesting year coming back home after having such an exciting year last year, of course, in the Netherlands, and it was like all brand new things, and it wasn't a very career-focused year because the work I could do in that country was limited, and I just had like this really awesome, adventurous social year. But now I'm back in Canada, and I'm getting back on top of my career, which has been nice. And there's been a lot of conversations, and there's been little things kindling and slowly firing up. But yeah, honestly, the job market in Canada is pretty discouraging. I think everyone here can agree. It's a weird time. In short, I'm just so ready to be doing meaningful work. And I just don't know where. I don't know how to find that. I don't know what to do. And I guess, and what I've done in the past and what I continue to do is I invent it for myself, and I reach out to places that inspire me all the time. I email them or call them or visit the location, and I express my interest. Like, you need to ask for what you want in the world. But after a while, sometimes you get a little bit burnt out of asking for people to believe in you. And I think I'm just kind of in a phase of that right now where I'm like, goodness, like, I know how capable I am, and I know how much energy I have to put into meaningful work. More meaningful work. I do have some streams which have been so awesome, and I'm so grateful to have what I have. I just want to do more with my life is what I'm trying to say. And being 26 is weird too, because I'm so proud to be seeing so many of my friends blossoming and finding success, and I'm so proud of them. And I know that it's not as simple as achieving success. There's continues to be challenges in life. But yeah, and I think I've probably been that person to them in some cases as well. And social media is totally a highlight reel and everything. And I'm a lot closer to achieving a lot of my dreams than a lot of people are, like, I think it's easy in a fast-paced career, money-focused West to lose sight of everything you have done and everything you actually do have going on. And I just feel like I've lost sense of what I do have going on and what I do have growing. And so I just wanted to come out here today and recognize that. And it's hard when you're someone who has so much energy for life, but just really don't feel like you have many places to put it. Wow, it's a beautiful day. I do love this. But it gets very frustrating when you're like, I know I can be more, but what do I do? And there are times where you just have to wait, and you just reach out, keep reaching out and asking for what you want in your life, and applying to the things that, maybe you're not going to get right now. And accepting the risk of rejection, like, I don't know how far I would be in life if I never accepted the risk of rejection. And I'm still not totally amazing at receiving rejection as well. It still hurts, and it's so painful to be rejected or to be brushed off. It hurts a lot to feel like you have to constantly keep proving yourself to the world. But that's the way that the world works, I guess. I don't know. And I mean, I have been living with my parents and whatever, and I did live downtown for a bit, but it was an area that isn't totally my favorite, and now I'll be moving into an area that I resonate with a lot more and that I can have a walkable life in. So I am really excited to see, come June, moving in. I'm excited to see how that influences my quality of life. I'm in my 20s and I want to be living the most vibrantly. I just want to be living more and more vibrant each day. It's been kind of weird and difficult, especially, I mean, winter's just passing over, finally. I'm only wearing 2 sweaters outside instead of a million. And there's sunshine and I can sit here and talk to you, and it is nice to be up in my parents' area. I can come to places like this easily, which is good. But anyways, and I should mention the obvious, which is that I am living a very privileged life and I am very grateful for everything that I have. And there are so many people on this planet that have it so much worse, and my heart goes out so wholly to them, because that just shouldn't be a reality on this planet. This planet has so much abundance, and it's crazy that the amount of suffering is unfathomable and crazy. Anyways, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of that ramble, but what I did want to do for the point of this video was to kind of go over a list of things that I'm going to be doing in order to recenter in myself and come back to feeling balanced and like I'm living from my soul instead of from capitalism's draining core. I don't know. So number 1 on my list of things that I'm doing to feel more centered again in my life is recognizing my emotions and dissecting, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel frustrated? Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel whatever? Why do I feel happy? It's good to know what makes you happy. And just when I dive into that, I can dissect where that's coming from and how I can change it. Am I feeling frustrated and sad because I don't have enough going on? Can I, like today, I was feeling frustrated this morning, but it's like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the park and make something happen in my life, and if this is what it can be right now, then this is what it can be right now. And I mean, today I also have to edit for a job, and I have to, and I'm streaming with Trent, which will be so much fun. I love streaming with friends. It's so much fun, and I want to do more of that. Yeah, just making sure I'm setting up things that will influence how I'm feeling. And also making sure, sometimes there's people in our lives who end up having a lot of influence on how we're feeling. And that happens. And I think it's nice that people can become so important to you that they influence how you feel on a daily basis. Of course, everything in moderation and balance, but I think it is beautiful that we can feel connected to people like that. But just when the imbalances arise, that's when it's not great. And you gotta recenter yourself thus. Second thing on my list is time management. I like to use Proton Calendar because I have Proton Mail, and I love the little calendar. It's great. It's just like any other digital calendar. I like it. I don't know, I've tried reminder apps, I've tried things. It's Proton Mail and it's my notes app. And I keep it simple and it's a beautiful thing. That's what I do. You can have your fancy apps. I like Notion. I like Notion for project management. Managing, if I'm starting a new gig with a client, then I like to start up a Notion page and we can throw everything on there or whatever. But when it comes to time management, simple Proton Mail calendar is great. I love it. Email and calendar apps, they have everything you need. You don't need to get the big things. Okay, diversifying my day. I wrote this last night or something, so it's been a second since I went over this. But diversifying my day, it's interesting that I wrote that. I just think, but I guess it's just very true. Like I was saying, I don't know if I kept it in, but yeah, today I have some work to do, and then I'm gonna stream with Trent, and I'm out here right now getting some sunshine, and that's such an important part. Maybe I mention that later. Yeah, I have going outside as one of them as well. Hearing the water, trying to seek out natural stimuli, like the sound of water or branches or leaves or whatever. Really immersing yourself in nature however you can, and that's something I'll miss when I'm living in Toronto, is coming to this park, because you like go down and suddenly you're completely surrounded by nature, and it's great. And I like it here. I went swimming in this water once. I think I got a parasite, but it's all good. That was in a still part of the water. Don't go swimming in still water. Yeah, reorganizing when setbacks arise. Sometimes we get rejected, sometimes things don't work out. And it's disappointing, and you're allowed to feel disappointed about things, and that's okay. But you just have to get on top of, well, I think it's good when a disappointing thing happens. You know, allow yourself to feel it and wallow in it, but not for too long, which sometimes I'm not great at not doing it for too long. But ideally, you feel the feeling, and then you reschedule and you adjust your plans to fit how that one thing didn't quite work out. And it's a beautiful thing. It's like the world is your oyster in a new way now, that's not going to be the thing you're going to do. And in the end, we're going to want to do things that choose us in return. We're going to want that. So optimizing communication. I was just thinking about like being a good friend, being an active good friend, which has been difficult as I've been back living with my parents. Just nothing really walkable around. And but you know, I'm trying to reach out to friends to come up here and go on a bit of an adventure up here with me or something, and hopefully that'll happen before I move downtown. And I have a couple friends up in this area, and I've seen them, and it's been great talking with friends, inviting friends out. And I know sometimes it's exhausting to be the person who's always inviting, but I promise that if you keep inviting people and inviting various people to do things, that eventually you will be invited as well. So it'll come, and it has come for me. But sometimes you're just longing to be chosen. That'll happen. How am I sitting? It hurts a lot. I have optimizing communication and being a good friend as two separate points on here. Maybe with optimizing communication I meant like maybe looking internally and making sure that you actually are communicating effectively. Like maybe you have to look at the way you write your texts, or the way that you, I don't know, just dissecting how do I communicate, and do I need to look at that? Do I maybe even need to go to therapy to alter and improve that? Or just read stuff, and just being mindful to try to communicate when you are ready to do that. Anyway, oh my god, my legs are asleep. Oof. Then I have written down moving to a place that will serve me better. That's coming up in June. I think living in the city, close to the things that are happening, will be really good for me. So I'm excited for that, and I hope that it'll serve me. I don't know. I'm sure it will. It's just been interesting having been to so many places and made so many friends internationally and experienced things all over the world. It's just hard to believe that Toronto, Ontario, it just becomes difficult sometimes to accept Toronto, Ontario, Canada as home. But it is, and I'm excited to see what happens with that as I move into a new apartment. And finally, I've written down keeping my big dreams close to my heart and protecting their validity to me. Dream big. I wrote, I really do believe you can achieve what you're dreaming of. You really just have to keep throwing yourself out there however possible. Someone will see and recognize your energy, and I am recognized in so many places already. Maybe I have partially lost touch of what I am so grateful to have right now already. I think sometimes we have really big dreams, and to talk about them feels fragile. But there's definitely some things that I want to achieve in my lifetime that I don't talk about much because I'm still working out what that really is going to be. And I don't want anyone to form a perception of me that I don't align with, especially on the front of my bigger dreams and goals and ambitions. So just protecting those until I'm ready feels good. But I hope that the sound and image has been all right today. I really hope so. I hope you've enjoyed. Oh, there's a butterfly. That's my video. I hope I recorded it good. But yeah, it feels good to be out here, to get out. It's a little chilly as the sun comes and goes, but summer's approaching and I'm really excited for that. And as the world warms up in this corner, I'm excited to see my life blossom more, and I'm excited to see yours blossom more as well. It'll be awesome, and make sure to go outside and to be a good friend and to care about people and things, and to sleep and to have good time management. Speaking of which, I gotta go. Okay, see ya. Make sure you subscribe and like and comment. Thank you. Bye.